Scientists with St. Louis startup Saluna are applying modern technology to a legacy crop, hemp.
Industrial hemp, if you will, has a tremendous history. The 1937 marijuana tax, which prohibited cannabis in general. What we're looking to do is revitalize hemp, to restore it to its proper place in society, and being this really phenomenal crop that can fulfill the 4 phases of agriculture, being feed for animals, fuel for us, sustainable fuel, fiber for clothing and textiles, and also food for us. Is very healthy.
This St. Louis startup wants to innovate hemp crops for Midwest growers as a competitive alternative to the existing row crops of soybeans and corn.
Our role is focusing on developing improved seed genetics for hemp to serve a renewable fuel market. And in that, what we'll do is grow high productivity hemp, and the grower will then sell that to a crusher. They'll extract the oil for fuel, and they will take the meal and feed that to livestock. And we believe that hemp will be able to outperform soybeans in some of the low productivity acreage. What do I mean by low productivity acreage? It's not fertile land. Some place where maybe it doesn't get all the precipitation that's needed for soybeans.
According to Saluna, their breakthrough oilseed for Midwest farmers is a type of hemp plant that is nearly free of THC.
Part of the issue that we have to deal with is the perception of cannabis. So some people would think of hemp, and what comes to mind, they think of marijuana. To grow hemp, you have to be legally compliant. And so part of what we have to develop varieties that do not produce THC. As a breeding goal, we need to reduce that THC level to as low as possible, even zero.
What we want to be able to do is provide some reassurance to the growers through technology that they're going to have an appropriate and compliant crop. We can use scientific studies to identify versions of the gene that don't produce any THC at all, and then exploit molecular breeding, so using DNA markers and breeding methodologies to introduce that version of the gene that produces low TH or no THC into high-performing hemp varieties, so you get both high performance and low THC.
The founders believe that Midwest growers need more planting choices.
One of the biggest problems with modern commercial agriculture, especially in the Midwest, is that you have only 2 crops that you can grow, corn and soy. And that's really bad for the environment, but also for the agriculture itself. And so it's always better when you can grow crops in rotation, because it helps reduce pest buildup and disease buildup. In 3 years, a farmer could grow corn the first year, soybean the second year, and hemp the other.
So 1 year ago, BioGenerator Labs, the investment arm of BioSTL, helped to lead the formation of Saluna, launching this crop development program to compete with soybeans and corn.
There's a bit of a monopoly out there for corn and soy and a lot of these traditional crops. We want to be able to provide growers with more choice, because we believe that when growers make their own decisions, they're going to be more profitable and they're going to be better off.
So the company is growing hemp and carefully developing this oil seed through extensive lab testing, breeding, and field studies.
Collect seeds from different places in the world, so varieties that we can use for breeding, and looking at those varieties and asking which ones have the traits that we need.
We might be one of the few people who get to see all of the diversity of hemp in the entire world. And we're going to be able to plant them out and walk row by row, dissect them scientifically, pull out the best properties of both parents into one progeny, and hopefully commercialize that for growers.